Brussels has changed a lot since I lived here, Jean.
Yes, Brussels has changed a lot, Ray.
What are we doing here? I thought this was a Belgian beer tour.
You know, the Belgian beers are becoming very famous all over the world, and also in the United States of the Americas. And what's more, the Americans try to make Belgian-style beers, and I think we should find out how far they are and if they can make it here. But we can make it there.
And if they can make it here, they can make it anywhere. Hey, does that mean there's good news? We don't have to drink this American caterpillar anymore?
This is brol. Brol in bruine zakken.
Okay, you've done this before, Jean.
Yeah. Hi. Can you take us to Brooklyn?
Sure. Are we leaving Manhattan? I love Manhattan.
Yeah, but just over the bridge to Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. Why are we going there?
We are going to meet a man called Garrett Oliver.
Gareth Oliver.
Garrett Oliver,
He
yeah.
doesn't sound very Belgian.
No, but he knows a lot about the Belgian beers. He's a real authority on this domain. He writes books about Belgian beers. He's also a brewmaster. He makes Belgian-style beers in Brooklyn.
Garrett Oliver is een van de belangrijkste bierkenners in de Verenigde Staten. Hij is een veelgevraagd jurylid voor de meest prestigieuze biercompetities. Garrett's liefde voor de Belgische bieren is groot. Jaarlijks komt hij dan ook naar ons land om inspiratie op te doen voor zijn eigen brouwsels.
You must be
Hey, how
Garrett.
are you? Yes.
I'm Jean.
Welcome to Brooklyn Brewery.
This guy's been talking about you non-stop in the cab.
Oh, well, lies, all lies, I'm sure.
You're a hero, apparently.
Well,
We were hoping to have a little chat about you, pick your brain a bit.
It's a little busy here right now, though. As you can see, the tours are going on and everything else. Maybe we should go someplace else. It's a nice day. Why don't we head outside and see a little bit of Brooklyn?
A nice outside spot in the sunshine?
Exactly.
That's better, yeah.
Dat in Brooklyn een stukje Belgische biercultuur bestaat is niet toevallig. Garrett werkte in het verleden nauw samen met Belgische brouwers.
Pretty nice, huh?
Yes, it's a postcard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it actually always looks like this.
Could be worse.
Absolutely.
Could be Belgium. No, I haven't said that.
No, it could be raining. I'm always happy in Belgium.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember any sad times in Belgium.
Why are you so happy in Belgium?
Well, mostly beer. You know, Belgium has, I think, perhaps held on to more of their beer culture than any other country in the world. And I think that's what makes them great inspiration for brewers, you know, from the United States to Italy.
Is it not the same over here then? Because we found out that it's a family tradition that goes for hundreds of years. My great-great-grandfather was a brewer and I want to be a brewer.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely true. But we had huge German immigration into the United States. And by the year 1900, we actually had 48 breweries here in Brooklyn. But almost all of them were owned by immigrant families from Germany. So we eventually ended up with a very German brewing tradition where we started with a very British brewing tradition. And now, only perhaps in the last 10 years, have we now brought the Belgian brewing traditions into the sorts of things that we're doing.
How did you get in contact with this Belgian brewing tradition?
By going to Belgium.
Everyone seems to be getting married round here. I hope this beer guru isn't a priest in his spare time, because if John gets down on one knee, I'm fucked.
I went into a cafe and I rented a bicycle and I was going around Bruges and I went in there and I saw them pouring this red beer. And I said, my God, what is that? And they said, it's Kriek. I gave me a little glass and I was like, okay, I'm going to like it here. You know, it's really very interesting.
You say I was inspired by the Belgian beer. So the beer you make here as a brewmaster is not what they call a Belgian style, but a Belgian inspired beer.
There's a difference between a beer being Belgian style and a beer being Belgian inspired. If it's Belgian style, this means, say, if I make wit beer, we make one called Blanche de Brooklyn, and it actually beat Belgian beers in international competition as Belgian wheat beer because we brewed it exactly the same way, and it's a particular type. But if you make a Belgian-inspired beer, well, this means that I took some influences But if I were to give this beer to a Belgian person, he might say, well, this isn't Belgian.
Yeah.
But if I make a Belgian-style beer and I've done it correctly, when he tastes it, he might think it was from a Belgian brewery down the road.
I get it.
It's normal, yes.
So sort of like Belgian style
Yeah, I'm Belgian style.
and Belgian inspired.
Yes,
Exactly.
Yes, yes.
We are Belgian-inspired,
Yeah.
but he is Belgian-style. See, you
Yeah.
can see it right there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah. also this side too.
Also, you know, and definitely the glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garrett zoekt inspiratie in de Belgische bierstijlen. Hij creëert Brooklyn bier met een Belgische toets.
A lot of people have talked with great reverence about yourself to us. How do you see yourself as a crusader for beer and to change beer taste from banal perhaps to more interesting?
Well, I like to joke that I'm on a mission from God, you know, when I start a tasting. But I do think that, you know, we're all on a mission to show people all the wonderful things that are here for us to enjoy. And Benjamin Franklin said that beer is our best proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy. And that was one of the founders of this country. So,
Yes, that's a good enough
that's a good enough reason for me.
In Brooklyn Brewery brouwen ze meerdere Belgian-inspired bieren. Hiervoor gebruiken ze Belgische gisten en Belgische brouwtechnieken, zoals hergisting op fles. Een typisch voorbeeld is de Brooklyn Local One.
I love that sound.
Music.
Sorry.
My favorite tune.
You've heard it many times.
So let me pour you some.
Yes, with pleasure.
We have enough. We can always have more.
We like to hear that. There's always more where that came from.
When I describe it, just calling it celebratory and just so delicious, and it's just beautiful, and the way you serve it, the way it smells.
Yeah.
I love this, that sweetness, but also there's a little bite to it.
I think this is
Cheers.
that's the most poetry I've heard about beer on this whole tour. Cheers, I did.
Let's have a taste.
That's good.
Very good.
Yeah.
It's very good. If I would compare it a bit saison, like?
The head is very velvety and I like it when
Yes.
it pours down the glass like that.
It's not a Belgian beer.
Right. We like to think, you know, that we love German-style beers, we love Belgian-style beers, English ales. So we'll take our love of that and grow it into something that's our own.
Yeah, makes it special.
Good. That's the best thing that you enjoy it. That's what I want to hear.
We do.
De volgende bestemming van Jean en Ray is een klein stadje in upstate New York, 300 kilometer boven New York City.
Maar in Amerika, daar in Amerika. Yes, yes,
Mark Dex.
Vintage Mark Dex, yes.
Yes,
A
famous
great song to leave Brooklyn.
Yeah. And where are we headed now then?
Well, we're going to Cooperstown. It's in upstate New York. It's close to the Canadian border even.
I know Cooperstown. That's the birthplace of baseball, isn't it? Or according to legend.
Yes, it's every baseball fan goes to Cooperstown at least once in a lifetime.
We're not interested in baseball. What are we going there for?
Guess. We're
A
going
brewery?
Yes, a Belgian-style brewery.
Vroeger noemde men dit gebied ook wel New Belgium. Dit kwam door de Waalse kolonisten die er zich kwamen vestigen. Vandaag is Cooperstown vooral bekend om het baseball en om één Belgische enclave. Net buiten het stadscentrum ligt Brewery Ommegang.
Okay, here we are, Ray.
It's good to be home in Belgium again.
Laurent, is that?
You flew a long way just to get back to Belgium, right?
Yes.
Ommegang, 1549, 1997.
What's the problem?
1549, the United States didn't exist in 1549, did it?
No, did not. But the country, the landmass, America was here.
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why the 1997?
1997 was our first beer. 1549 was the founding of the brewery.
It took you that long to make your first beer.
Absolutely.
Oh, we Belgians take a long time to find the right yeast and hops, you know.
I think you're taking it a bit too seriously, though. How many hundreds of years to make your first
There's
beer?
a lot of tasting involved, and no, we took our time. No, you want to know the truth? Because you're obviously a history buff, I can tell.
That's right.
1549 is the first year the Ommegang Festival was held in Brussels. That's the date that we use. Well, Ommegang is the name of our brewery, so we use that date to make the point. 1997 actually was the first beer that came out of the brewery. That part of it was true. We do tell people that this is the founding of the brewery, and most people don't notice the difference and keep going.
Of course, it's that old.
Every now and then you get the history professor that says,
That's the way they give history lessons in America.
well, they remember, you know.
The building itself, it's like a fusion of the American, the houten huis die hier overal zit, and the Brabantse hoeve.
Right. The whole idea, this is a former hops farm, and I'll take you around. This used to be a real bona fide farm. And we rebuilt this in the style of a farm from Henegouwen. Because one of our beers, the Saison, the Hennepin, is actually a style that comes from Henegouwen. So the idea was, we're in the countryside, let's have a building that, you know, would mimic a real Belgian building.
But I think I look older than the building. Is it really old? No, it's not, is it?
It's 10 years old. Well, 97, it's 11 years old now. But mind you, it got a fresh layer of paint this year. If you'd come back 6 months ago, it was chipping away everywhere. The winters are very, very rough around here. We get snow like yay high. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. So Jean would disappear in the snow here. You wouldn't see him.
Well, you wouldn't see much of him. No.
Could we go inside and see the brewery, do you think?
Absolutely. You want to see it now?
I mean, it is a working brewery here, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
It's not one of those American tourist things like at Disneyland where it looks like it.
Well, let's have a look inside.
Okay.
We'll see what you think, yeah.
Brewery Ommegang werd opgericht door Don Feinberg, een Amerikaan die verliefd werd op België en zijn bieren. In 1997 stak hij voor het eerst het vuur onder de ketels met de steun van Duvel Moordgat. Na een moeilijke start kwam Ommegang volledig in handen van de Belgische brouwerij.
In the opinion of Americans, Belgium is known for his chocolate and waffles. Do you think there's a change going on?
Oh, absolutely. So many people now are discovering Belgian ales. It's not necessarily a rise in Belgian-style breweries like us, you know, where we do all Belgian-style beers. But a lot of your microbreweries just scattered across the U.S. are kicking out a Saison here or a triple there or whatever. And a lot more people are falling in love with the style.
Is it programmed by the marketing, or is it just because of the passion for the beers? All the other breweries are trying to make this Belgian styles too.
I would say it's definitely, you know, the passion for the beers. I don't think someone sat down and said, okay, we're going to start pushing Belgian ales on America. You know, the consumer was looking for it.
Wes, us Europeans, when we come over to America, everything is bigger. You know, the sandwiches are huge, the cars are huge, everything's big.
Right.
And here, it looks sort of quite small for a brewery. How much do you make here?
We produce about 18,000 hectoliters a year. We're constantly growing, and we're in, I believe, 47 of 50 states now. So we're working overtime to keep making enough beer to supply the states.
Is this brewery the only Belgian-style brewery in the United States?
No. We may be slightly more authentic than others with our warm cellar and open fermenter, but some other great Belgian-style breweries in America. You've got Allagash up in Portland, Maine, Lost Abbey out in San Diego, California, and New Belgium Brewing in Colorado.
New Belgium in Colorado.
New Belgium.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, which is kind of funny because this area used to be called New Belgium.
Yeah. This area here.
This area here,
yes,
exactly.
Yes.